Hello, this is Spartan Commander, and this is the 502nd Rome Total War Brotherhood game that I've put onto YouTube. As several people have asked me if I could put a battle on during the week, I thought I'd put a Wednesday bonus battle on for you to watch. And it's a very unusual battle because it's 3 Brotherhood members facing 3 non-Brotherhood members. So it's an unusual battle these days. We usually get Brotherhood members in both teams. As you can see, it's fought on my favourite map, the Germanic Forest map, where, as we said in the past, you can fight out on the open plains if you want, or if you bring barbarian troops, you can get the woods as well as the winter bonus. Okay. Our first teammate is Brotherhood member BARCLAYMAN. The BARCLAYMAN has got 14 infantry and 6 cavalry. Unusual for him not to bring Carthage, as we know that Carthage is his faction of choice. But as I say, he got 14 infantry and 6 cavalry. Okay. Just to show you, his army build here is a little bit different from the bog standard 31k army because he's got an eagle unit there in his unit as well as his infantry general. So there's a lot of morale going on there with his infantry. Quick look at the upgrades on his cavalry, and he's just got 7 upgrades on his cavalry. So that's Bark's army. As I say, unusual for him not to bring Carthage. Okay, our next teammate is Brotherhood member POMPEY. Now POMPEY has got just 10 infantry, 4 archers and 6 cavalry. Okay, 10 infantry, 4 archers, 6 cavalry. Quick look at the upgrades on his cavalry. Okay, 8 upgrades, 2 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack. As we've said in other battle videos, this cavalry does great with just gold shield, gold attack. You put 2 experience stripes on, and that makes them serious cavalry there. Okay, but only 10 infantry. Is that enough for the modern day battlefield? What do you think? I guess we'll just have to wait and see. And our last teammate is myself, Spartan Commander, who has bought his very old Greek cities army of 16 Spartans and 3 of the cheap short-range archers. Okay, so there's our team. It's got the potential to be a great battle, and as I say, very unusual for a BH team against a non-BH team. Should be a great one for you to watch. And here is the other team. We have RTW player MGM, who used to be in the Wolves clan, and he has got the Carthage faction. He has got 15 Sacred Band, a spearman, 2 Balearic slingers, and 3 Sacred Band cavalry. So we can see now why Bark hasn't got his a faction of choice, because you can see MGM grabbed it first. Okay, their second teammate is GOTW LEANBOD, as you know, very good player, and he's got the bog standard Roman 31k army of 14 infantry and 6 cavalry. Okay, 14 infantry and 6 cavalry. As we know, GOTW LEANBOD, very aggressive, very attacking player. Be interesting to see how well he does during the course of the battle. And their last teammate is RV Earth. Now Earth has got 6 archers, 6 cavalry, and just 8 infantry. But his cavalry is maximum upgraded. 3 experience stripes, gold shield, gold attack. So we'll see if that maximum upgraded cavalry makes up for just 8 infantry during the course of the battle. Okay, so there's the other team. As I say, an unusual battle list, and I hope you enjoy it. Okay, at this very, very early stage of the battle, we haven't even formed up yet. You can see that RV Earth is putting his aggressive attacking credentials straight onto the table here, and is moving forward with his entire army towards us. As I say, he's got all those archers there that he'd like to get into range of us and shoot into our flanks as we were trying to form up. That's why he's moving so fast. As you know, a GOTW LEANBOD here is also a very aggressive and attacking player. So with both Earth and LEANBOD on the same team, and MGM can also be aggressive, it'd be interesting to see which part of the battlefield the battle's actually going to kick it off in. But as I say, you can see LEANBOD here running his infantry forward there, and as you can see here, MGM running his Carthage Sacred Band units forward as well. As you can see, it's as I say, so early in the stage of the battle that we're still forming up ourselves. You can see here Pompey's put a line of his archers there to face Earth's archers. But I think Earth has got 6 against Pompey's 4, so I think that just sheer weight of number there should take out Pompey's archers there. But I think Pompey's archers will do a lot of damage to those SBQ or archers as well. But as I say, as we know, LEANBOD, as I said earlier, very aggressive, very attacking player, and probably he will look to attack quite soon. As you can see here, Pompey had cavalry hiding in the woods there, but decided to pull them out. Can you see that Carthage Balearic slinger there has come forward so far that I think Pompey's probably going to take him out. There, can you see there? Pompey's cavalry unit there, one of his units are going to go into the rear of that Carthage Balearic slinger unit. That unit seems to have come a long way forward there, and that cavalry goes in there and bang as it smashes in there. Probably going to do a lot of damage to that Balearic Slinger unit there. I'm surprised it didn't take it out there, but let's say that unit now running back to the Spearman, and Pompey best now just to withdraw that cavalry unit. I'm thinking there, yeah, well done. Doesn't want to run into those Carthage Sacred Band Spearmen. Although he's changed again, look, and bang, he's charged that cavalry unit straight into those Sacred Band Spearmen. I'm not sure what happened there. He looked to me like he was still trying to chase that Balearic Slinger unit down, and that cavalry unit's probably going to get taken out now unless he can withdraw it urgently. Meanwhile, over here on our left flank, you can see, as I say, RV Earth, very attacking, very aggressive player moving forward here. Looks like he's going to try and take our archers out with his cavalry. But as you can see here, Pompey has moved his cavalry across here to cover the archers there. As you can see here, Earth decided not to carry on with the attack. But remember, Earth's cavalry is fully upgraded. So maybe if he'd have got into a scrap with our Brutii ally there, he may well have won that. But the Brutii infantry is starting to move across as well. So that's why he didn't want to do that. As you can see here, the 6 SBQR archers of Earth here will be targeting our archers. And that cavalry did manage to rout a couple of our units anyway. But as I say, I'm pretty sure that the SBQR cavalry would have taken on the enemy cavalry if they could, but they saw the infantry coming over. Okay, my Greek cities army is going to face the Carthage army. That's the plan. And Pompey's going to face Earth's army. Okay, and BARCLAYMAN is going to face LEANBOD's army here. Okay, so that's the initial plan. Let's just see if we're going to stick to that plan. So as I say, Pompey's going to face Earth, I'm going to face Carthage, and BARCLAYMAN's going to face LEANBOD. Okay, as I say, that's the initial plan. Alright. But as I say, with Earth here, you know, with the type of army that he's bought there, is a very attacking and aggressive army there, so that's what he's going to do. Let's say here, I'm going to move my Greek cities army over to the left flank here. My guess is that Earth probably won't want to take on the Greeks. As he can see the Spartans moving towards him, my guess is he won't want to take them on with his 8 infantry units. So I'm thinking here he's probably going to back off those SBQR units as soon as my units get close to him. And there you go. He's going to pull back now. He doesn't want to take on the Greek cities, and that's why, can you see the enemy Carthage Sacred Band army running over towards me? Because obviously their plan there is for those Sacred Band to take on my Greek cities, as our plan is that as well. It'll be an interesting tussle there between the Sacred Band Spearmen and my Spartans, I think, if we do lock horns. As I say, that's the initial plan. We just have to see how it goes from there. Nice support here by Pompey, bringing his cavalry over there. But as I say, you can see LEANBOD's army there. You can almost feel he's got the finger on the trigger, ready to attack. Lots of pilot exchanging going on here between the 2 armies. Remember, those pilots are effective against armour, do a lot of damage there. You can see that BARCLAYMAN has put his 6 cavalry units over here on the right flank. So if LEANBOD does attack his infantry, then he could just smash in with his cavalry into the flank of those infantry possibly, but always being aware of that Julii cavalry as well. Okay. So it'll be interesting to see what happens here over on the right flank. I've got my Greek cities army here, my Spartan army there, ready to face the Carthage Sacred Band if that's what they're going to do here. Right, can you see Pompey's general running forward here? Now, whether he's had that overrun glitch that we talked about in the last video, I don't know, because that would seem very strange to me that Pompey's sending his general out there in such an exposed position. So my guess is he probably had the overrun glitch there, and that's why his general ran out so far. And luckily there the enemy didn't take advantage of that, because he could have had his general smashed there by cavalry and infantry. Right, so as you can see here at the moment, my Greek cities army is facing the Carthage Sacred Band. Okay, so as I say, it's all those Sacred Band Spearmen against my Spartans. As I say, that could be an interesting tussle if we do lock horns. As I say, you can see here Earth's army is 8 infantry and is fully upgraded cavalry ready to strike. And as I say, over here on our right flank, you can see LEANBOD here moving units forward in Testudo. Now remember, newer players for Rome Total War, if a unit's in Testudo, it suffers a lot less casualties from missile damage than a unit that is not in Testudo. So you can see here BOD moving those units forward in testudo there. Okay, now you can see Pompey's army there is like kind of integrated. Let's pause again for a second. It's almost integrated there with our other ally there. But can you see those trees in front of Pompey's army? I think if the cavalry charge in there, that could neutralise their charge maybe. But as I say, Pompey here is very close to BARCLAYMAN to help him if he can. But as I say, those trees there could be a neutral fire, if you like, could neutralise any cavalry attack that comes in there, because those trees could block the attack there. He needs to get his cavalry a little bit more over maybe, because as I say, I think those trees could act as a blocking force there and maybe stop the penetration and impact of the cavalry if he tries to charge through those trees. So we'll have to see what Earth does there. You can see he's still got his archers there. If you see, I've got my cheap archers there that I'm moving forward. Now they are a little bit exposed there, and the enemy SPQR general could see that and maybe move a cavalry unit out to try and take my archers out there, as I've moved them in there to target those expensive SPQR archers. Okay, these are only cheap archers. I think even with gold attack on, they're only 190 denarii, so they're very cheap, but they can be quite useful. As I say, the SPQR general spotted my archers there being a bit exposed, but I spotted his cavalry as well, so I'm running my archers close to my Greek city units there, and the SPQR general decided to pull his cavalry back. But as I say, I should use those cheap short-range archers on his more expensive auxiliary archers there if I get the chance. As I say, they are only the cheap archers, but they can be useful if used correctly, as we've seen in other battle videos. Okay, so there's a general overview there. Right, you can see the Carthage Sacred Band general starting to move. Over here you can see that BARCLAYMAN has extended his battle line, putting 3 units on the end of his main battle formation there to make his battle line a lot longer there. But as I say, you can see the Carthage Sacred Band general there moving his units forward. You can see that he really wants a confrontation with the Spartans there. So, if you were a betting man, if we lock horns, who do you think would win here, the Spartans or the Sacred Band? It'd be an interesting tussle. Now I'm going to move my Greek cities back a little bit because I know I'm going to get a load of pilots thrown in from those 2 SPQR units. So I just wanted to pull back a little bit there. Don't want to be too exposed to that. You can see there are all those pilots going into my troops. As I say, those are effective against armor pilots and can do a lot of damage to units there. But remember, my Spartans have got 2 hit points, so they suffer less casualties from missiles than other units. Okay. Now let's just pause again for a second here. Now as you can see here, can you see Earth's cavalry here? Fully upgraded cavalry. Okay. Now he's got his fully upgraded cavalry there. Now if he's looking to charge into Pompey's Brutii troops there, can you see those trees? As I said to you earlier, I think those trees could kind of block his attack. Could stop the momentum of his cavalry, maybe even cause the cavalry charge bonus to be reduced a bit if he tries to charge in through those trees. Okay, they're only small trees, but I think they could have the effect of maybe neutralising a lot of the cavalry's attacking potential there. As you can see here, BARCLAYMAN here, as I say, has extended his infantry line there to face BOD, LEANBOD there. But as I say, there's a general overview of the battle at the moment. And as I say here, it looks like my Greek city units and the Carthage Sacred Band units may well lock horns. It'll be interesting to see what happens there. As I say, my cheap short-range archers, I'm still targeting those Roman auxiliary archers there. But as you can see here, the Carthage Sacred Band general is moving forward. He really wants to engage my Greek city units. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for him to get a little bit closer. I've got my spears up already, and I'm just going to run in there, and as soon as I make contact, I'm going to put my spears down. I just want to let him get a little bit close, a little bit more close there. Right, you can see here he's still moving forward. Obviously, he wants a confrontation with my Spartans here, so this is going to be an interesting tussle here between the 2 opposing armies. Okay, that'll be very, very interesting to see what happens there. But as I say, I'm just waiting for him to get a bit closer, and then when I'm ready, I'm going to just charge straight in, and as soon as I make contact with his forward units, I'm going to put my spears down. Okay, he's not going to come forward anymore, so I've decided now I'm going to run straight into his spear formation there. Okay, straight in there with my units, and bang, as I smash in there. As soon as I make contact, put the spears down and then look to attack. Okay, I'm not going to be defensive here. As a lot of you know who've watched my battle videos before, with Greek cities I always attack. I've got to make up for giving my team a cavalry disadvantage here, and as you can see, I'm really pushing in there tapping on each unit to attack, pushing in on that Carthage Sacred Band. I've got SBQR infantry on my right flank throwing pilers into my Greek cities. I've got SBQR infantry coming out on the other flank as well, but Pompey spotted that, being the good team player that he is. A lot of battlefield awareness there by him, and you can see he's brought his cavalry and infantry over here to support my flank. With those two SBQR infantry units would have liked to have got round my flank and got in behind me. So that's great support there by Pompey and with his Brutii army there. But as you can see here, I'm pushing in with my Greek cities, tapping on each unit to attack, being aggressive here against those Sacred Band units there. Meanwhile over here, you can see that the enemy cavalry looks like it's massing. Can you see the fully upgraded SBQR cavalry? You can see LEANBOD's cavalry and the Carthaginian cavalry there. And they are, make no mistake, they're looking to smash into either BARCLAYMAN with all that cavalry charge bonus or into Pompey. They've got a big choice there on where they're going to hit. They've massed their cavalry, and make no mistake, they're going to hit with that cavalry there. You could see that could be a battle-winning cavalry charge there. But you can see at the moment here, Pompey's got his cavalry and infantry here clearing out those SBQR units that were trying to get in round my flank. So nice bit of teamwork by him there. So well done to him. Now if he could get his Brutii infantry and cavalry in behind those Carthage Sacred Band, we could have a hammer and anvil attack. His infantry and cavalry being the hammer, and my infantry, my Spartans, being the anvil there. Maybe that's what he's going to do. But you must be aware of that massive enemy cavalry charge about to hit us. Okay, I can see the SBQR generals throwing his infantry in to engage. I think it's Pompey's infantry. Right, can you see all that enemy cavalry coming in? Can you see a lot of them are coming in through those trees? Now I'm pretty sure those trees are going to slow down the cavalry charge, block the momentum a lot of the way there, going in through those trees. Can you see all that momentum of the enemy cavalry smashing in there? But mostly I've got caught up on those trees. And as I say, I'm pretty sure those trees would have stopped the momentum of that cavalry charge, those massive cavalry charge coming in there. Okay, so I say they're only little trees there, but I'm pretty sure that they would have the effect, as I say, of stopping the momentum and maybe even taking away a bit of the cavalry charge bonus there. So they're not going to get the penetration and impact that they were hoping for going through the trees. BARCLAYMAN's brought his Brutii infantry over here as well to support Pompey, and he's bringing his cavalry over for a counter-attack as well. Now Pompey here has spotted the danger and is bringing his cavalry back, and he may well attack the enemy as well. As you can see, my Greek cities here all the time making inroads into that massive Carthage battle formation there. Okay, so there's a general overview of the battle as it stands at the moment. So you can see BARCLAYMAN there attacking, counter-attacking there into the enemy cavalry. Probably looking to take out that SBQR general if he could, and you can see Pompey has got his cavalry locked and loaded. Alright, but as I say, I reckon those trees caused a lot of problems for that enemy cavalry attack. Right, you can see Pompey's cavalry going into that SBQR infantry, and bang, as they smash in there. And meanwhile over here, my Greek cities, as I say, making more impact into those Carthage Sacred Band. Right, you can see the enemy SBQR cavalry counter-attacking there, but once again, can you see they're kind of coming through those trees again? As I say, I'm pretty sure that slows down their momentum of the cavalry charge and takes away a bit of that cavalry charge bonus as well. See how, but you can see his cavalry has penetrated quite well there. And now Pompey's going to counter-attack and bang, as he charges back in there. Now you can see the enemy Julii troops coming in as well. That cavalry charging in. Okay, so we've taken out the SBQR general. Good news for us. You can see we're attacking the enemy SBQR infantry now with our cavalry. Okay, let's pause the game for a second here. So we've got all our cavalry here charging into that SBQR infantry. Okay, looking to take out Earth's infantry there. Meanwhile, my Spartans have taken out that massive Carthage Sacred Band army of 15 units. Okay, so the Spartans have taken out Carthage. Now I need to up spears and run over there to help my teammates. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. There's a couple of SBQR units. I'm not concerned about those. What the main battle could win or be lost over on the other flank. So I'm now going to up spears and run my entire Spartan army over to this other flank to help out BARCLAYMAN. You can see BARCLAYMAN there fighting. Can you see those Julii cavalry units going in there, and bang, as they smash in there, routing those one of those Brutii units on impact there. You can see a lot of Barks infantry on this right flank has now been taken out by LEANBOD. Nice charge there by LEANBOD with his cavalry and infantry engaged there. Well done to him there. That's taken out a lot of Barclayman's infantry there. But you can see most of the Julio army, to me, looks pretty well intact. Yes, they've got some battle damage, but they're pretty well intact. That's why I've up spears now and have running over. You can see there's a couple of we've routed most of the SBQR units now, cavalry and infantry. I think there's a couple of archer units left, but the vast majority of the SBQR army has now been routed. As I say, we're now moving over to the right flank there to engage the enemy Julio troops here. Okay, as I say, we've still got a lot of our cavalry left here, and that could prove pivotal towards the end of the battle, maybe. But as I say now, LEANBOD's army's got to face Pompey's, Barclayman's, and my Spartans running over towards him as well now, which is a pretty tall order, I think. He's done extremely well there on that right flank, but I think it could be a numbers game here. Look at all our allies, Brutii, infantry and cavalry that's left. And as I say, my Greek city's moving over there as well to engage the enemy Julio troops. Pompey's doing a tactical move there with his cavalry. Look, taking it out to the flank, ready to smash in to the flank of the engaged Julio troops. Okay, LEANBOD looked like he was going to charge his cavalry in there, and then decided not to do that. He's pulled his cavalry back. So as I say here, LEANBOD here is up against all our allies, Brutii infantry and cavalry, plus my Greek cities. As you can see here, I'm not hanging around. I'm going straight in to engage the enemy Julio troops. As you know, very aggressive with my Greek cities army there, and that's what I'm going to do, try and hold and pin as many of those units as I can. Right, let's just pause the game for a second. So as you can see here, a lot of enemy Julio units left. We're pushing in on those units. Okay, you've got Pompey's infantry there. You've got Pompey's cavalry locked and loaded, ready to charge into the flank of them there. Okay, also you've got one of Barclayman's units heading in there, but Barclayman's basically got all his cavalry as well. Now you imagine that if Pompey smashes in from one flank with his cavalry and Barclayman charges in with the other flank with his cavalry there, that could well be the end of the game, bearing in mind our infantry is going to be engaging those Julio units as well. Okay, so it'll be interesting to see what our allies do with their cavalry. As I say, with my Greek cities here, always being aggressive, always attacking there, moving in on those enemy Julio troops, backed up with my Brutii ally. Right, you can see Barclayman's cavalry there. Now he was going to go for Julio cavalry, then decided to charge and smash into the rear of those engaged Julio infantry. Nice hit there by Barclayman, pushing them on through, look, pushing the cavalry on through into the rear of more of those engaged enemy Julio infantry. Nice move there by him. Okay, you can see the Julio general there. Of course, he's being attacked from both flanks, Barclayman and Pompey on the other flank there. It's very difficult for him to be able to move the bulk of his cavalry to one side or the other. There now he's going to change his cavalry attack to the other flank there to engage Pompey's cavalry. But all the time, our Brutii infantry and my Greek city units are moving forward into those Julio infantry units there. As I say, you can see my Greek cities there, up spears. I'm now running forward towards those Julio cavalry, and I think it looks like our team has managed to go on to win the battle here. And you can see that the Julio generals just admitted defeat there. Okay, so just like I say, really well played here. I can see there's still some enemy SBQR units left there, but my guess is that the SBQR general will probably admit defeat soon, because you can see I think our team has managed to go on to win. If you look at Barclayman's cavalry, he's got 5 men in one unit. Okay, 5 men in another, 6 men in another. Okay, and 8 men in that. So that's all the cavalry he's got left. He's got that's Pompey's units there. But I think Barclayman suffered the most casualties here. There you can see 12 men in that unit. What's he got in that unit there? Two men in that unit. 13 men in that unit. Oh my gosh, he's got 54, I think, in one unit there, which seems to be a lot. And his general units also got a lot of men in, but he did suffer a lot of casualties on that flank. It was very much a battle of attrition on that flank. Over here is where my Spartans took on the sacred band there. You can see a lot of my red cloaked Spartans dead in the snow there. That goes to show how tough that battle was against those sacred band spearmen. as we move over here, that was where the big cavalry hits were going in, and as I say, I think those trees were neutralising a lot of the cavalry impact there. As I say, just a few SBQR units there, so I'm sure he probably will possibly admit defeat now. I'm thinking to myself, there you go, he just admitted defeat. So I say it looks like our team has managed to go on to win the battle here. I say it struck me as a very close. There you go. It's just a close victory. So first thing I'd like to say is really well played to everybody in the game there. There were some great moves by everybody. I couldn't see any mistakes by anybody there, and it was a close victory. So really well played to everybody in the game there. It's really really nice to have a BH team versus a non-BH team there. So just like I say, really well played to MGM. Probably didn't get the kills that he wanted to with Carthage there, but I thought he did extremely well. Nice to see an aggressive use of Carthage there. Well done to GOTW LEANBOD. Got some good kills with his Julii troops there. Well done to him. And well done to RV Earth. Probably didn't get the kills that he wanted to there, but I thought he played very aggressively and very well there with his army. So really well done, guys. Really well played there. It was just, as I say, it was a close victory, so probably a bit of luck came in on our side there. My Spartans there, not too bad kills. Quite pleased with them. But well done to Brotherhood member Pompey. He was supporting and attacking all over the battlefield. And well done to BARCLAYMAN, holding well on that right flank. He probably didn't get the kills that he wanted to either, but he did well over on that right flank. So I hope you enjoyed this Wednesday bonus battle. I got a really good special battle I'm going to put on Saturday. It's going to be an epic one, and I hope you look forward to seeing it. So Spartan Commander saying bye for now. See you on Saturday.